So Zelensky and Trump had a news conference scheduled, and after their fiery meeting at the White House, Trump has kicked Zelensky out of the White House and canceled the news conference and said he can come back, and I quote, when he's ready for peace. Trump has kicked Zelensky out of the White House. F around and find out. While we're waiting for this, I'll show you guys this exchange right here between Trump and Zelensky right here. Here we go.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened, but he didn't break him with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right, we'll see what we can do about putting it together.
So, I mean, today has been wild. Here it is. Here we go. Here we go. Right here.
SUV. Zelensky's SUV.
There he is.
After you're going to see him. Let's watch.
Mr. President, is the deal off? President Zelensky, can you tell us what happened?
valkoiselta talolta äsken saimme tietää, että mineraalissopimuksen allekirjoittaminen peruttiin kokonaan ja Zelensky juuri astui polttoonsa. Sanat toimittajan.
Did you sign the minerals deal? Did you sign the minerals deal?
Why were you so disrespectful to the president?
Whoa, good question. Right here. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of the back and forth right here.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this, I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on here. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're
again,
running low
I
on
know.
soldiers. Listen, you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than any.
Trump ain't putting up with nothing, and it is glorious. Zelensky's disrespect towards the United States in the Oval Office will accelerate the investigation into waste, fraud, and abuse for Ukraine aid, per senior White House official. Zelensky just stepped in it. Yes, he did. You do not come to the White House and disrespect the greatest president of all time, because he's not going to put up with your bullshit. And that's exactly what you're learning today. Don't fuck around or you will find out. Simple as that. And it is fantastic. Here's more.
I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? Did you see what problems we have?
I have been to. I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems? bringing people in your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all,
Now, before we continue this, Trump had already set the tone, and you could tell Trump was already pissed off because this was the initial meeting between Trump and Zelensky. And listen to what Trump says to Zelensky. You can already tell Trump was like, you are a disrespectful piece of shit. Here we go.
Pretty close. Probably pretty sure.
He's all dressed up today.
So you can already tell Trump was not even having it. He's all dressed up today. Here we go.
Probably pretty sure.
He's all dressed up today.
I love it so much.
during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice hopes and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
war.
Don't tell us what we're gonna feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're gonna feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position to
questions.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're gonna feel. We're gonna feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're gonna feel very good and very
You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right
From
about
the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good
I
position.
was-
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
Not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you don't,
I'm
yeah,
very
you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives
of
of
the
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What is
You're
thinking about?
gambling with
What is
World
thinking
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
We
back
will
to you.
respect
Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
The fact that he's sitting there just talking back to Trump, this is why. This is why you got kicked out of the White House right there. You need Trump in order for peace. You need the United States. And you are sitting there disrespecting President Trump, and he's not going to put up with it. Listen to the disrespect. Listen.
People. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can-
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute.
answer?
No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't been
not only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your president.
military equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited-
military equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin, in 3 days. This is something.
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do.
This is why he got kicked out of the White House. So if you're just tuning in, President Trump has essentially said Zelensky, he canceled the press conference, and he basically said Zelensky can come back whenever he's ready to talk peace. That is directly from President Trump. In fact, I'll read you. This is what he said right here. We had a meaningful meeting at the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he's ready for peace. So Trump canceled the press conference, and told Zelensky to get the hell out. And that's what happened. And this was the press conference that they were having that was so fiery. Or this was the meeting in the Oval Office that they had that was so fiery.
This is like this.
Again, just say thank you.
I said a lot of times,
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire? I want a
With
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
Doesn't
with
matter for
me.
you what-
That
what
wasn't
is-
with me. That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me, that was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is, Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You gotta be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question.
This is absolutely glorious, man. This is unbelievable. I didn't hear this part right here. I hope that let's hear this.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do you do then?
What if, so she said, what if Russia breaks ceasefire? And then Trump says, what if anything?
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Bomb drops on your head right now.
Russia breaks the ceasefire.
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Holy crap, dude. That was fantastic. F around and find out.
And my second question.
What was your second
And my second question for President Zelensky: why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see people. Do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I
the
don't have
dignity of this
such-
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something like this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
President Trump.
He's a disrespectful piece of shit. Oh my gosh, he's the GOAT, dude. He's absolutely the GOAT. This is what I voted for. Now we have breaking news that Trump to investigate fraud and waste in Ukraine in light of today's meeting with Zelensky, per Reuters. So now Zelensky has really stepped in it. So now we're going to find out, is Zelensky going to actually bend the knee and come back to the White House and ready to talk about actual peace? Because if not, Trump is going to wipe him out. That's what's going to happen. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. Marco Rubio has terminated U.S. support for Ukraine energy grid restoration after Zelensky disrespected the United States in the Oval Office. Fuck around, find out. That simple, baby. I think Trump is putting full leverage now. I mean, Trump has finally had enough with this where he's like, I have tried to work with you. I have tried. I am doing my best to bring peace. And now I'm sick and tired of putting up your bullshit. This was basically the last chance that Zelensky had, and he pissed off Trump. And now Trump is basically just putting all leverage on him now. It's like, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm not fucking around with you anymore. You've disrespected me. You've disrespected this office. You've disrespected the American people. And this is where we are.